Namaste to all. Welcome to this today's session. My dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods. My sincere pranams to our beloved Guruji, Brahmarshi Patriji. Friends, today we are going to start our session and I welcome Dr. Yadlapalli Mohan Rao sir, Geetacharya to this session. A special welcome to him. Friends, today, as I posted in the WhatsApp group, our session is about essence of Bhagavad-Gita. Giving you the slokas, giving you the explaining the slokas with the Artha and Paramartha by Dr. Yadlapalli Mohan Rao sir. Friends, to describe about little bit about the Mohan Rao sir, I will introduce him. Introduce about Mohan Rao sir and his achievements. So he has been the chairman of Sirvin group of companies. He has got a lot of awards, national and international awards, and he has got a lifetime achievement award, doctorate by Ivy University, Bangalore. He has got the Geetachari Atma Gnana Pradhana titles by Sir C.V. Raman Academy. He has also got lifetime achievement award and world record in Gita recitation by Telugu Book of Records. Excellence award in education by Indywood. Likewise, gold medal in Bhagavad Gita by CNT deemed university. He has conducted about 3,500 workshops in the name of Satya Sodhana, Shakti Sadhana. So likewise, friends, today's session is taken by Dr. Yadlapalli Mohan Rao sir on the essence of Bhagavad Gita. As we all know that Bhagavad Gita is a great epic. It is not just a spiritual textbook. It is the life guide, life science guide, I can say. It will guide entire your life, the best textbook to lead your science of living. It represents, it gives the great wisdom related to the science of living, my dear friends. So we can say that it's one of the best spiritual textbook. Anybody who is pursuing the spiritual sadhana, spiritual practice, so our meditation supported by the Jnana. Always we say that we need to have two paths. One is Jnana Marga, other one is Raja Yoga Marga. So Raja Yoga means we have so many yogas, as we all know that Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga. So the Bhagavad Gita give you the all opportunities to learn. So we'll be discussing about the Bhagavad Gita wisdom today, and I welcome Dr. Yadlapalli Mohan Rao sir for this session, and I request him to carry forward. Thank you. Sir.
Neither I am a pujari, nor I am a person who use all these.
So the voice is breaking. Voice is breaking.
Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Now voice is clear, and please start from the beginning, sir. Actually, I think we missed a little bit.
Okay, something our side some mistake was there. I think.
Please carry on.
Okay. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Akhanda Mandalakaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam, Tat Padam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukameva Vandanat, Mrityor Mukshiya, Mamrutat, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanavunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, the moment you see me with a tilak on the forehead and reciting Sanskrit slokas, you may develop certain impression about me. That impression basically depending on your own assumptions. Seeing the tilak and slokas, what type of impression. So, with you start listening to me with your impressions, you will not be able to understand what I am going to tell the truth. So, we have to first drop the stories that we create after seeing this thing, because there is a what is called reality and a story. Reality is always something has happened that always is not there now. Somebody has told used some bad word against you. That happened, that has gone. Past anything, any incident, anybody talking anything, any incident, any small this thing, that was the past. But we carry the stories created out of in that incident and carry that, and we start behaving with that. Somebody said something to you. So unless we drop those stories and start listening to the present, leaving the past impressions and notions that we created about our own self. So now, Bhagavadgita, so limited time, this is the first session. So, normally, I have conducted so many sessions, but most of them, 99.9% were sessions were in Telugu. And out of that, 90% sessions conducted were essence of Bhagavad-Gita, but not using the name of Bhagavad-Gita or any sloka of the Bhagavad-Gita. The programs went particularly in schools and colleges. Teachers and particularly BED colleges and many schools and colleges we conducted the program. But the program name was not Bhagavad-Gita. It is Satya Sodhana, Shakti Sadhana. So everyone who is listening to my this thing now, so in between I will be putting so many questions, whether you answer or not, but you start thinking about the answers, so that the session will be more useful. Because anything you must have heard so many people, you must have read so many things also, but ultimately what you understand with your own intelligence, with your own experience, that will be the final. So many things you can listen, but you can hear. But what is listening is important. Just not hearing, but not listening. You should know the difference between hearing and listening. Not seeing, but observing. There is a lot of difference. We see so many things on the way, whenever we are traveling on the road or something, but we remember very few things. That means wherever you have observed something, you are remembering. What all you have seen are not there in yourself. So instead of just seeing, observing, instead of just hearing, listening with keen interest, and afterwards just not listening, afterwards analyze it with your own intelligence and experience, and whatever your intelligence, your experience says after listening to anybody, that will be the final. Even Bhagavad Gita, entire Bhagavad Gita, though it is said to be the word of Bhagavan, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, what he says, I have told you the most important, and that means a thing which is deep rooted, which cannot be revealed to the normal five senses. So the subject is very delicate. It says sukshmam, rahasyam. Rahas means secret, highest secret. In normal translation, if I have to say, the Bhagavad Gita, so many words, so many times it is repeated. Not only it is secret, but it is the highest secret, which cannot be normally revealed. So it is very delicate also, he says. So after telling all the message, the Bhagavan says, this you analyze fully with your intelligence and experience, then whatever you feel like doing, you do it. Don't do it just because I am telling you. So it can become truth only when your experience, your intelligence says, yes, it is correct, and by following this, it will be useful to me. So that's why, so whatever I am telling few things, that because of the essence, you try to write some of the questions, whatever I am putting, and you can think of the answers later also, if not possible right now. That is okay. See, it is not praising the Bhagavad Gita that is important. It is not praising Sri Krishna. It will be of useful. Not praising the Bhagavan also, it will not be of useful. But in what way the knowledge that is available in Bhagavad Gita useful to me to live a powerful life, beyond the dissatisfactions and fears. Experiencing entire life, experiencing peace, power, fullness, freedom, courage, confidence. So entire life, not experiencing and expressing the fullness. So that is why, in what way it is useful to us to live a powerful life. From that context, we have to listen to the, look into the Bhagavad Gita. So what is the one thing we need? Everybody wants a life of fearlessness. But as long as death is there is always a fear, followed by what will happen, kya hoga, what will happen to me. Whenever anybody thinks what will happen, there is a tension, fear automatically, because ultimately if that does not happen, I cannot survive. If it does not happen, I cannot survive. Even the organizations, big organizations, during their meetings, sometimes they say, if we do not get this order, we will not survive. So big meetings also, such words are being used. And whenever such thing comes, individuals participating in the meeting and all that, they will think, if our organization does not survive, we will also be not able to survive. So whenever the feeling of survival comes, fear is automatic. So actually, death is inevitable for anybody, right from the mosquito to the great people, great scholars like Shankaracharya, Sri Krishna, and so many people, even our Ramana Maharshi and Sathya Sai Baba and Siddhi Sai Baba, and so the great people also, death was common. So, but when death was common, what will happen? if all the 800 crore people in this world, all the 800 crore people in this world, even if they help you, and all the gods, even if they help you also, this body cannot, will not be there permanently. So, when death is inevitable, any wise man should think that what is that, in what way I can utilize this body before it leaves me. So, this body has to be considered as a very powerful tool, and we should think of, that means the mind, our mind should think of utilizing this body in the best possible way as long as it is available. How to maintain it, and how to utilize it. If we think we go beyond all the fears, this is the common sense. If this common sense is available, no Bhagavad-Gita, nothing is required. And what Bhagavad-Gita gives us is this to enhance this common sense. That is, Bhagavad-Gita is there for us to ignite our internal intelligence. So that intelligence itself removes all our fears, all our dissatisfactions. And to what extent? To the extent that you take this knowledge and implement, to that extent your fears will be gone. If you, the dissatisfactions will go to the extent that you adopt this knowledge to whatever level. So, implementation of what we are learning here, day-to-day life, that is going to help you, and each and everything we have to see. See, as long as there is a death, there is fear. As long as there is I am less, I am limited, there is a dissatisfaction. Then nobody wants to be limited. Everybody wants to be more and more and more and more, to the extent of unlimitedness. Even if a person becomes a minister also, he expects to be a chief minister. And a chief minister, if possible, he wanted to be the prime minister. Like that, if I give the entire world, entire country, to suppose some disciple is there and he is not having even a single house, and he comes to me and requests for some help because of my spiritual powers and all that, I grant him, I am capable of giving anything to him. And because I like him very much, so I have given him the entire India with all the powers, all the railway stations, cities, and everything, buses, roads, everything is his. Till today, he does not have even a single house. Everything I have given, except one, for example, Hyderabad. Except Hyderabad city, entire India I have given him. And earlier days, single word itself is final. That is, if one says, this is yours from today, no writing also required earlier days. Now, just you believe that I have given him the entire India except Hyderabad. What will be his thinking? He says, oh, I am very happy and all that. But why, when you have given everything, or internal thinking for him will be, when he has given everything, why he is not giving Hyderabad? Why he is keeping separately? What is there in that? So, he will, though he says he is happy, but his thinking will be around Hyderabad. Why he has not given. So he will be happy on one side, temporarily, but he will be thinking about that. Another small example, a person having 98 acres and another person is having 2 acres within the boundaries of this 90 acres land. This 98 acres person will always be thinking about that 2 acres, as long as that is, he takes that and that also and makes it 100, he will not be satisfied because there is a deficiency. He will not be contented fully. So he'll be always trying to find ways and means of acquiring those 2 acres, then so that it can be, he will be fully satisfied. But after that, he will level up some other thing. But this 2 acres person also desires to have the 98 acres, but he is not capable of acquiring that. He lives a compromised life, not satisfied life, compromised life. Whereas this 98 person lives with a little dissatisfaction that is not complete. That means, so a person, whenever he is thinking that if my property is more, I am more, my property is less, I am less, then he is always desiring more and more and more, to the extent that even if the entire world is given to him, he wants something, the planets also to be under his control. If the entire universe is given to him except one planet, he always thinks about that planet because it is something less than whole and complete. So that means each and every person on the face of the earth is wanting to be having the entire unlimited thing for him. That means nobody likes limitedness. So if I think my thing is more, I am more, my thing is less, I am less, a person desiring everything in this universe means unlimited thing means he wanted to be unlimited. So I want to be unlimited and I want to be, nobody wants death. So everybody wants to be eternal, deathless, and everybody wants to be whole and complete. So what is eternal is unlimited. What is unlimited is eternal. Anything which is limited gets destroyed. A tide, a bubble gets destroyed. Unlimited sea cannot get destroyed. Unlimited space cannot get destroyed. So what is limited will get destroyed. What is unlimited will not get destroyed. So everyone is seeking to be unlimited and eternal. As long as he thinks of death, there is a fear. As long as he thinks of limitedness, he will be feeling dissatisfied and living a compromised life. So to go beyond these limitations of dissatisfaction and fear, one needs to be infinite by himself and eternal. So how it is possible? So these are the desires that hidden in each and every individual. If we search our own self, nobody will be satisfied at any level. So then how to fulfill these things? Bhagavadgita provides solution for this. First of all, why I am talking about these things without referring to Gita and what is this thing is. First of all, we should know what everyone is desiring. So mana korikalni manam purtiga ardham chesukovali. You should know your own desire. Your desire is not for small thing. Anything you want to, so that you want to be more. You want to be more only. You want to survive on one side. You want to be more and more. For this only, to what extent you want to be more? Until you are infinite, you experience yourself to be infinite, you will not get satisfied. Unless you start experiencing that I am eternal, you will not be without fear. So then what Bhagavad-Gita gives is Gneyam yattat pravakshyami gnatva amrutamasnute. So I am telling you that by knowing Uche, you experience eternity, everlastingness, deathlessness. 13th chapter, 13th sloka in one book and 12th sloka in another book. Gorakhpur books, this sloka will be 13th chapter, 12th sloka, and other books, 13th chapter, 13th sloka. Gneyam yat tat pravakshyami. Whatever you have to know, I am telling that. What is that? Agnihotra, by knowing that, amrutamasnute, you start experiencing infiniteness, not infiniteness, deathlessness. Amrutam asnute. So, eternity. You start experiencing deathlessness. That means eternity. Yagnatva param shantim adhigacchati. Tameva saranam gaccha sarvabhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam. So, knowing which you experiencing total satisfaction, param shantim, paramashanti. Param shanti means the highest peace you start experiencing by knowing this. And you experiencing eternity. That means, so how that is possible? Then what Bhagavad Gita is telling you? Bhagavad Gita says that the person, now let us come to Bhagavad Gita. Whose message is Bhagavad Gita? Now I want at least 1 or 2 people to answer. If more people appear on the screen, it is better. Whose message is Bhagavad Gita? Please.
Krishna Bhagavan. Krishna Bhagavan.
See, there are 200, 300, 400 varieties of Bhagavad Gitas. So, this is the normal size of Bhagavad Gita. As you said, Krishna is preaching to Arjuna. Yes, even this is ISKCON book. This is ISKCON book. And this is Gorakhpur book. There also Krishna, Arjuna, that is there. This is so small. See, and some books like this, Sundara Chaitanya Swami, he has written a Bhagavad Gita commentary equivalent to more than 4 books of this size. Volume 1, 2, 3, 4. Such a big book. Some Bhagavad Gita books you can very difficult to carry also. So, and the real complete Bhagavad Gita is this. So this does not contain explanations, meanings and other things. Direct slokas, entire Bhagavad Gita, direct slokas. See, just by putting like this, it can, such a thing. And so, because where there is meanings are given, where explanation is given, where detailed explanation is given, based on that, the sizes will be varying a lot. But no, like that, many people wrote the commentary on Bhagavad Gita, explanations, different explanations. But no Bhagavad Gita says that it is the word of Sri Krishna. Nowhere it is said. It is Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. It is not Sri Krishna Bhagavan Uvacha, Sri Krishna Paramatma Uvacha. Nowhere it is mentioned in any of the books. Here, Krishna appears only on the cover. That too in Mahabharata. Though Bhagavad Gita is a part of Sri Mahabharata, but it is taken out separate and printed and circulated separately, and it has Bhagavad Gita has got a great separate recognition, and whenever anybody says Bharata, Bhagavata, Ramayana and all that, and Bhagavad Gita, which is the most important, everybody says Bhagavad Gita is the most important thing. But in this Bhagavad Gita, when you see only follow Bhagavad Gita, nowhere the word of the mention, description of Sri Krishna appears. Only it's Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Now I am asking you, if that is so, what is the Bhagavan and Krishna are the same or they are different? Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Sri Krishna and Bhagavan are the same or they separate?
Both are same, sir.
Both are same. If both are same, both of them have to be having the same qualities, is it not? If both are Sri Krishna and Bhagavan, if both are same, they should be having same qualities. So Sri Krishna we know. we know, and Bhagavan, let us see who he is, if whether they are having, both of them having same qualities or not also, let us see. See, Sri Krishna was born in jail, and he has grown up, he has done some leelas, some miracles, and all miracles are done by even Satya Sai Baba, and many people also have done miracles. Even Jesus also has done some miracles, but Sri Krishna's miracles are at a very high level. But he is born, and we know how he is. He is always with Murali, and that means that, what is it called? He is called Radha Krishna. That means even though he is having 8 wives, but he is called Radha Krishna, Murali Krishna, and Gopal Krishna. He is always with cows. So his name is like that. And whenever we see this thing, Gopal Krishna statue will be there along with the cow. Radha Krishna photos and other things are common. So this is, and though he has lifted the entire hill and this thing, symbolically, he should have lifted like this also. Entire hand is free, but he has used only finger. But such a person, when it came to the war, he was not fighting at all because of whatever may be the reason. And what happened to him? Did he escape the death? When he was sitting in on a tree, somebody put an arrow and it has hit his leg and he has left his body. That is the normal thing. He is born in a jail and died on a tree with this thing. This is what we know about Krishna. But what about Bhagavan? Bhagavan, will he, real Bhagavan, will he have the birth and death? Bhagavan will be the truth. Bhagavan, will he be limited to anything? Simply one body? Bhagavan is omnipresent. Bhagavan or Parabrahma, Bhagavan or Parabrahma or Paramatma, these are all very high level words relating to the absolute truth. Absolute truth is the truth which is not changing. Truth means non-changing thing. So Bhagavan will not have birth or he will not have death, and he will not be limited to one place. He is omnipresent, omnipotent. Is it correct or not? Tell me, madams. Sir? Bhagavan, will he have the birth and death like us?
Friends, some of you can answer.
Will he be limited to any particular place?
No, sir. He is everywhere, sir.
He is everywhere, but Krishna is not everywhere.
Yeah.
Krishna has got birth and death. He is revealed with our 5 senses. You can describe him in do things, but Bhagavan, he does not have birth, he does not have death, he is omnipresent, omnipotent, all powers, everything is there. So you cannot relate both of them, this thing.
Yes, sir.
So that's why, because the word of Bhagavan is not mentioned in Bhagavadgita, the word of Sri Krishna is not mentioned, the word of Bhagavan is mentioned, and if you know really who is Bhagavan, where is he, how to know him, how to identify the Bhagavan, then it is equivalent to that you know yourself. Then if you know your true self, if you know your true self, it is equivalent to knowing the Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan is omnipresent. He is present everywhere. He is the truth. He does not change. He does not have birth. He does not have death. So if he is omnipresent, he should be present in all of us also.
Yes.
Each and every nook and corner. Even a needle, if you put some dot, even in such place also, he is there. So that means when he is present everywhere and he is the truth and non-changing thing, and that means he is present in us also, everybody also, everywhere also. outside also, inside also. And if we cannot understand the Bhagavan or the truth or the non-changing thing which is within us, within non-changing thing within us, you cannot find the truth anywhere else. Because a thing which is so delicate, so highest secret means Bhagavan cannot be revealed to the five senses. Bhagavan cannot be revealed to the five senses. Then how to know? How to know is only with the intellectual experience. Our essence, everything, the person, and Bhagavad-gita particularly says, a person who knows himself and myself are one and the same. If I know who I am in the real sense, I'll be knowing Bhagavan. Because in Bhagavad-gita, 7th chapter, 18th sloka, Bhagavan says, a person with wisdom and myself are one and the same. Because a wise person recognizes the non-changing truth or the Bhagavan within himself, because he need not go. In front of us, in front of our eyes, air is there, but we cannot see. Just because we cannot see the air with our eyes, you cannot say air is not there. It can be known by the sparsa, that is skin touch, not through the ears. Similarly, Bhagavan is present inside and outside. The space is much more delicate, much more sukshma than the even air and other things. And Bhagavan is much more sukshma. That means that subtle, much more subtler than even the space, and present everywhere. So if we do not identify the non-changing truth within ourselves, we will not be able to understand Bhagavan. If you understand the Bhagavan and then we will automatically be able to understand the relation between Bhagavan and our own self. And he says, Bhagavan says, Gnani, the person with wisdom, and myself are one and the same. So that wisdom we have to derive through Bhagavad-gita, or if he is present within ourselves, then where is the need of a separate Bhagavad-gita, somebody to tell what is there within us? So a person who cannot understand who he is, what is within this body, cannot understand, he needs the help of Bhagavad-gita. If we really analyze and search for the truth within this body, yourself, with your own experience, with your own intelligence, there is no need of separate Bhagavad-gita. So we can know the truth, the Bhagavan, with our own intelligence and experience one way, or through whatever the Bhagavan has said about himself. Bhagavan described about himself in so many slokas. At least in 100 slokas, directly or indirectly, he was mentioning about himself. And if you do not know who is Bhagavan, you do not understand Bhagavad-gita at all. Now, so how to know the truth? Bhagavan is the truth. Truth from outside or truth from inside? Now, let us try to see the truth within ourselves. Because Bhagavan is present everywhere. So, what is the difference between normal person and Sri Krishna, normal person and Ramana Maharshi, Ramana Bhagavan? They have recognized the Bhagavan within themselves, the truth within themselves, and were living at a very high level of freedom and courage. Freedom and courage, intelligence, everything. They have realized, they have understood. Now, Sathya Sai Baba also told one side, one day. See, Bhagavan you are also Bhagavan, I am also Bhagavan. I have understood that I am Bhagavan. Though you are my disciple and listening to me so many times, you are not able to understand my words and you are not recognizing that you are also Bhagavan. So now it is up to us to know the truth is Bhagavan within ourselves. Shall we use Bhagavad-gita to know about our own self, or should we use our own intelligence and experience to know the truth? Choice is yours now. Bhagavan told about himself. If we can understand Bhagavan through Bhagavad Gita's words, then it is equivalent to you know yourself. Then if you know yourself and the truth within you, then you know the Bhagavan. Two ways. Using the words of the slokas and the words of Bhagavan from Bhagavad Gita, or your own intelligence, your own experience to know the truth, non-changing thing within yourself. Because the non-changing thing and the truth within you is nothing but Bhagavan. What way shall we follow? This choice is yours. Timing is coming to an end, but because Bhagavad Gita is so delicate, the introduction itself takes so much of time. But I want to see all of you to have the pratyaksha darsana of Bhagavan today. Within 5 minutes also it is okay. What way you want? Pratyaksha darsana or through Bhagavad Gita? Pratyaksha darsana means direct darsana.
Direct darsana, sir.
Direct darsana. Huh?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So, direct darsana means now I am able to see one of you on the screen, only one of you. I wanted to see all of you on the screen, but then only it could have been better, because it is difficult for me to talk one way. Now I am not used that way, but I am seeing you through this one. You are seeing my face also. But
Yes,
is it direct darsana or indirect darsana?
First of all, it's a direct darsana.
See, leaving all other things, you are able to see your own hand in front of you, correct?
Yes, sir.
You are seeing your own hand in front of you. Is it a direct darsana or indirect darsana?
Direct.
How do you say? Suppose now I am not having my eyes properly. There are so many blind people. There are so many blind people. For a blind people, for him also there is a hand. There is a hand. If I ask, are you able to see your hand? What you will say? I cannot see my hand because I do not have eyes. Now we are seeing our own hand through our eyes. Through our eyes. I am listening to you through my ears. There are so many people deaf and dumb. They cannot hear. So that means I am listening to your words through my ears, not directly. I am seeing you through my eyes, not directly. Direct means even without the need of eyes, without the need of ears, whatever you can know, that is the direct darsana. And Bhagavan is such a subtle, you cannot see with the 5 senses. He is inside the eye, outside the eye, and within the eye, and he is subtler than the space. So the 5 senses cannot see him. The 5 senses depend on that subtler Bhagavan, that Chaitanya. These things are highly limited things. So what you can see without eyes, what you can see without the need of ears, that is only pratyaksha darsana. And the real truth, non-changing truth, Bhagavan cannot be seen with the 5 senses because he is avyakta. He cannot be revealed to the 5 senses. So then what is that non-changing thing? Directly being known to you without the need of 5 senses, that is Bhagavan. Now shall we try to see within our body that non-changing thing? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We
Okay.
all ready, sir.
Okay. See, Here I will use one sloka because of the satisfaction that is required by this thing also. Though that sloka is not required, we can know our own selves. But in Karma Yoga, not Gnana Yoga, Vijnana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga and all that. In Karma Yoga, where we expect things to be told about karma, 43 slokas are there. 43 slokas, Karma Yoga, 3rd chapter of Bhagavadgita. 42nd sloka, what it says, and with our own intelligence, let us see both what that sloka says, Karma Yoga 42 sloka, and our intelligence roles combined, we will see. Okay, we'll have satisfaction more. It says, we are now searching for the truth, that non-changing thing within our body, correct? Which is Bhagavan. So that sloka says, Indriyani Paranyahuhu. That means first it will have 4. Indriyani Paranyahuhu, Indriyebhya Paramanaha, Manasastu Para Buddhihi, Yo Buddhe Partastu Saha. That person is the even greater than the intellect, ultimate. So, Indriyani Paranyahuhu, Indriyebhya Paramanaha, Manasastu Para Buddhihi, Yo Buddhe Partastu Saha. So, let us see our own this thing. So, Indriyani Paranyahuhu, that means the Indriya senses, 5 senses are greater than, more valuable than this body, he says. Is it correct? Compared to the changing body, the 5 senses are more without eyes, without ears and all that. This body is there or not, is no use at all. So definitely the 5 senses are more valuable, greater than the normal body. So then next says, Indriyebhya Paramanaha. The mind is greater than these 5 senses, he says. If our mind is not there here, whatever is there in front of your eyes, though the eyes are seeing, you will not be able to see without when the mind is not present. The eyes cannot see, the ears cannot listen when this mind is not, what we say, mind is absent. So if you are thinking about something else, at that time, you cannot see what your eyes are seeing, you cannot hear what your ears are hearing. So definitely mind is greater, more valuable than the 5 senses. Then says, Manasastu Para Buddhihi. The changing mind, compared to the changing mind, the intellect, buddhi, intellect or the buddhi is higher value, greater than the changing mind, he says. But what about the intellect or the mind? Everybody knows, बुद्धि लेका अपन जैसा नहीं पर बुद्ध चिंदी पहले मेरे दिमाग नहीं था अभी दिमाग आ गया I did that thing because I did not have proper intellect at that time. Now I got intellect. Now I got wisdom. So that means my intellect also is changing. So that means even the changing intellect is, there is something more than that. That is, I am, Saha, Atar. The I am. Nenu. Anedi, though my intellect is changing, my mind is changing, my body is changing, I am not changing. Right from the birth till today, my height has changed, my weight has changed, my mind is changing, my likes and dislikes are changing, my knowledge is changing. I acquired a lot of knowledge, but some of the knowledge has gone away also. So everything of mind is changing right from the birth till today. Suppose if you recollect from your photo, which is for less than 1 year age, till today, everything of yours, height, weight, knowledge, likes, dislikes, your body is also changing. It has changed and it is changing even now. So all these changing things cannot be the truth. My mind is changing. Changing mind is not the truth. Buddhi leka panchesani put buddha chindi. So I did not have wisdom at that time. I got the wisdom. Wisdom relates to the intellect. I was not having wisdom at that time. I took a wrong decision. Now I got the wisdom. Now I am realizing that I have taken a wrong decision because my intellect was not equipped with that wisdom at that time. That my intellect also is changing. But what about me? You will not say, if I put your photo in front of you of 1 year age, you will not say that what I was is different from what I am. I am the same as I was. If I show you a photo of 10 years, you will not say that I was is different and this I am is different. All my things have changed, but I am the same as I was. I am. In all the people, it never changed. It never changed. So the only one truth is I am. The non-acquired I am. I am a brother, it is acquired. I am a male, that is also acquired through after seeing the body. I am a teacher, that is also acquired. I am a husband, that is also, I am a wife, that is also acquired. All these acquired identities are changing time to time. We do not remember all these identities at a time. But I am is always, it was there, it is there, it is continuous and without any change. So the non-changing I am compared to the changing identities that we acquired. Changing identities are many. The non-changing I am. I am is only one thing. Changing identities are many. So the non-changing I am present the same right from the beginning till today, and that is same in all the people. Changing minds are different, changing intellects are different, changing bodies are different, changing likes and dislikes are different, but this I am, which is the essence. I am eating, I am drinking, I am talking, I am seeing, I am hearing, I am sitting. See, without I am, nothing is there. Without I am, nothing is there. So I am is the only truth. And that is common in all the people. I am is the only one truth. Any identity you add to that, I am a male, then the differences will come. I am a male or I am, if my shirt is white, if I say I am white, I am a fool. If my skin is black, if I say I am black, that is also a wrong way of description. Similarly, if my body is a male, if I say I am a male, see, everybody when they are young, the children, they are children, small children, nobody knows that I am a male or I am a female. Nowadays, people, because of extra information, they are knowing earlier and earlier, but basically they themselves do not know until some age that I am a male or I am a female. And even now, in 24 hours, a person only occasionally he remembers and acts like a male, but most of the time, I am is always there, but I am a man, is that male and female identity is remembered based on now and then based on the requirement. But I am is always there, whether there is a requirement or not. I am is always there. I am a male, I am a female. This remembrance comes based on the necessity. Nobody remembers I am a male always. Nobody remembers I am a female always. I am this, I am that, I am is the single non-changing self, true self, always If you say I am a teacher, I am is there. If I am running, I am there. I am seeing, I am is there without any change. And this non-changing single I am, it cannot be revealed to the five senses. These eyes cannot see that I am, non-changing I am. The ears cannot listen to the non-changing I am. And these five senses cannot function without the support of non-changing I. I am seeing, I am hearing, I am talking, I am tasting. Like that, without the support of non-changing I am, the truth, none of the five senses can function. But none of the five senses can see, observe, and tell about the non-changing. That means it is not being revealed to the five senses. In fact, five senses depend on that non-changing truth, that single I am. So this single I am, which is not changing, is common to each and every person, not only the human beings, but all the creatures on the earth. Because it is the essence which is supporting everything, and this non-changing truth is present everywhere. So I am, which we are experiencing every minute in this thing, we are covering with the different identities that we got through five senses and covering the non-changing truth. Always adding colors. Like whenever we go to movie, we don't see the screen. We see all this, the changing pictures and all that. The non-changing white, clean screen we don't see. Similarly, the non-changing true self, these five senses cannot observe. That non-changing true self, I am, is the itself is common to each and every person, and I am is the only truth, and that is Paramatma, that is Bhagavan, that is Parabrahma. Not this changing mind, not this changing intellect. And so I want to be eternal, not my hand. Nobody wants my hands to be permanent. My hand is required for me. If some great injury is there, unless your leg is removed, you will not be able to survive. Nobody will say my leg is more important. I am more important. If I get some serious disease and somebody says, unless you remove your eye, you will not be able to survive. Nobody will say my eye is more important than myself. So ultimately, my eye or my leg or all my things are meant for me. I am not meant for that. So the true self, everybody wants himself to be eternal. That is, I want to be eternal, not my things are meant for supporting me. I want to be eternal, not my things. So the I, non-changing I, is eternal. That's why this mind also always not knowing that I am the real truth, because mind is stuck up with the five senses and sees this body as the self. And body has to go, and this mind, without knowing the true self, trying to make the body eternal so that I can be eternal. But it is, my body is mortal, the temporary, I am non-changing, eternal. Though the bubble breaks away, the water cannot be destroyed. Though the bulb fuses, the current behind that will not die. A small bulb, the voltage behind is the same thing as the big bulb. 0 watt, 1 watt bulb, 100 watt bulb. Current is the same, voltage is the same, difference in the bulbs. So the more is the resistance, less is the power of the bulb. So more is the ego, less is the happiness of the Bhagavan, what we can experience. So all the limitations are there in the mind. The mind which does not know the true self. If I know who I am eternal. I am eternal, not my things are eternal. And there is no fear. So the I am non-changing truth, that is Aksharam. Akshara means which does not get destroyed. Akshara Abhyasa. That is starting the learning of Aksharas. People say Akshara Abhyasa. Abhyasa means practice. Akshara means which does not get destroyed. What does not get destroyed is the truth, real truth. And knowing that I am the real truth, I am Akshara, and remembering always I am Akshara is Aksharabhyasam. So this Aksharabhyasam, that means I am the real truth. None of my things are truth. So I think time is getting over. I will stop here. So, yes,
sir.
I have not used any slokas this time. Next time, what Bhagavadgita says about the non-changing truth present in all of us equally, in so many slokas it is there. In so many slokas. So next time, if people are liking to know through these slokas of Bhagavad Gita, in which chapter it is said like that, all those things also we can correlate to our own experience. Okay, today we will stop at this point. So
Right.
Next session we can you can also start putting me some questions, and,
Sir, what
and I
do
request
do?
you to go through Bhagavad Gita, keep Bhagavad Gita in your hands, and whatever you ask, and if I am replying, then it will be more meaningful, more understandable.
Yes. Sir, thank you, sir, for your the great wisdom. The essence of Bhagavad Gita you covered basically today. Instead of slokas, taking more slokas, you're tried to given the essence of Bhagavad Gita, where the essence and the real wisdom has gone through. We have gone through it. So next time, I think next class we'll be covering some of the slokas. Specifically, we can go through, sir. So we'll be going through some of the slokas, particularly. Now today we have got the essence. So what is I, what is Paramatma, and how, what is the, the correlation between the I and, the Bhagavan and I. That means we need to understand the real essence of what is the meaning of I. So which we try to understand from you today. So next session, we'll be able to cover more slokas with the Artha and Paramatma. Paramatma is better, I think. Artha and Paramartha, both. Okay. So we will take up like that, sir. So friends, so let's go to the meditation now. It's already 6:40. So let's start the meditation. We'll do few minutes of meditation. Then we will have the other two small topics to be covered today. Let's sit in the meditation. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And we all will sit in the meditation for next 10-15 minutes. Start going into the meditation, friends. Who already know the meditation, please sit in the meditation. And who are new to the meditation, I will guide them. Close your eyes. Cross your legs. Clasp your hands. Shut down all the lights. No more lights around you. No more disturbance. Keep away any disturbances. No more disturbances. Sit comfortably on the chair, on the floor, on the bed, wherever it is. Sit comfortably. Your Sthira Sukha Asana. Your asana must be comfortable in order to sit for more time. Start observing your natural breath. Clasping hands, crossing legs. Sit comfortably. Take 2 deep breaths. Deep breaths. Take 1 or 2 deep breaths in order to identify the flow of the breath at nose tip. After that 2 deep breaths, start observing at your nose tip the natural flow of breath. Keep observing natural flow of breath. If you get any thoughts, cut the thoughts right away. Do not go with any thought. You have to cut the thoughts right away. Come back to the breath. Always come back to the breath. Do not analyze any thought. observation of your breath, your own natural breath, to make your mind empty. Keep your mind empty. Then only you will receive huge amount of cosmic energy. It will energize your body. The etheric body, pranamaya kosha. All the cleansing happens. Energization happens. Cosmic energy is the highest vibrational energy, the highest form of energy, which is the source of the entire cosmos. Cosmic energy is everywhere, throughout the cosmos, throughout the universe. We are all inside the cosmic energy. To absorb the cosmic energy, our mind must be empty. That is the purpose of meditation, to make your mind empty. Hence, you receive huge amount of cosmic energy into your body. Be with your natural breath and make your mind empty. Forget about your world, forget about your house, children, spouse, husband, mother, father, job, profession. Forget about everything now. Only you are with your breath. Breath is your life, breath is your guru, breath is your master. Just be aware of your breath. Be an observer of your own breath. Natural, tender, smooth, generic breath. Tranquil breath. No forceful, no force at all. Your in-breath or out-breath. Natural in-breath, natural out-breath. Just observe that. Just be an observer of that. No mantra, no chanting, no God form, no visualizations, no wishes, no desires. Just empty of mind, empty state of mind. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga means making your all chitta vritti nirodha. You're coming out of all the chitta, all the thoughts. All the thoughts are removed. You have only emptiness in your mind. Yoga means union. Union of yourself with the whole self. Union of your mind with your body. Union of your breath with your own self. Understand that you are the pure consciousness. You are the God. God is not separate from you. You yourself is a God. You are a pure soul consciousness. Be with your natural flow of breath. Whatever the important thought it may be, Do not encourage any thought in your mind. Just vacate it. Just empty it. Be with your natural flow of breath. Always focus on your natural breath. Focus all your energies, all your observation onto the flow of natural breath at your nose tip. So going in, coming out, going in, coming out. Last 2 minutes, 2 minutes of meditation, final 2 minutes. Last 1 minute, final 1 minute of meditation. Be with your natural breath. Final 30 seconds, last 30 seconds of meditation. Last 10 seconds, final 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Place both your hands on your both eyes for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly take your hands away. Slowly open your eyes. So, my dear friends, today we had the essence of Bhagavad Gita by Dr. Yadlapalli Mohan sir. So, the Bhagavad Gita itself is having 18 chapters and 700 slokas. It takes a lot of time, the huge time, friends. It is not the 1 day, 1 hour, 2 hours. It's a days together, you can tell. Every chapter you can describe one particular day it will take. So hence, he has covered the essence of Bhagavad Gita. He tried to make you to understand who are you, who is Bhagavan, and what is the correlation between you and me and the entire Brahma Padartha. He tried to make you understand. So next session, you will try to cover the particular slokas from each chapter. We'll go with directly the slokas and their meaning and understanding, right? So friends, so part of our, in continuation of our yesterday's topic, water. the part of holistic lifestyle, I would like to give some more details about try to understand more about the water. I tried to explain you yesterday, what is the water, importance of water in our daily life, and also what is the consumption of water, the water cycle consumption. I explained you how you can really utilize the water cycle consumption in order to come out of and to be healthy, to have safer health and holistic life, right? So today I try to explain yesterday about all the minerals part of it, what are the minerals related to the minerals, and how we can filter the water, what is the quality of water we can drink. That all I explained yesterday. So friends, try to remember, when you say drinking water, a pure drinking water, when you say, what are the minimum amount of minerals to be existing in the drinking water? When we say that mineral water, many of the times you hear about the word mineral water in the outside market society. So what is the meaning of the mineral water? The mineral water must have the following elements inside it with the quantities prescribed. I'm trying to explain that. Please note it down. So calcium 193 mg out of 1 liter, magnesium 58 mg out of 1 liter, phosphorus 4 mg out of 1 liter, and zinc 5 mg out of 1 liter, potassium 5 mg out of 1 liter. Of course, your pH value, I told you yesterday, 7.4 and above, and the TDS 150 to 200 mg per liter, hardness 2 mg per liter, 2 mg per liter hardness. So you must have the TDS and pH meter in order to measure these values time to time. You want to test the quality of the water, please do this. Okay. So with that, so you can try to understand the quality of the water, what you are drinking. So most of the times, I told yesterday, I repeat it, whatever the Kinley and Bisley water, what you drink outside, it doesn't have the TDS value more than 40 or 50. So that is why, hence, it is not a healthy water, you can say. Only you can drink, but it's not a healthy water, right? So only thing is, it is safe water. What is safe water and healthy water? Both are different, my dear friends. The water which is safer need not to be healthier. The water which is healthy, it is safe as well as it also giving you the required amount of minerals to your body. That's called healthier water. A water which is free from chemicals, bacteria, virus, all the floated particles, and also having accommodation of all these minerals, the required minerals for your body, which is called healthy drinking water. The water which is just free from the bacteria, virus, and all the floating elements, odor, smell, so that is called safe drinking water. So always drink the healthy water. Instead of safe drinking water, try to drink the healthy drinking water. Is always essential in order to hydrate your all the cells, all the tissues, organs of your body, your joints, your muscles, organs, tissues, your cells. To hydrate all these things, you need healthy drinking water, pure drinking water, my dear friends. Anyway, so let's move on to the next topic of water. Friends, I told you the water has got the many, is a great wisdom knowing about water. The reason being, I explained earlier, yesterday, we have got 70% of water. We also got 70% of water on the Earth planet. Somehow they are coincidental. They are somewhere connected. You have to connect the dots between these two, what I'm trying to tell you. The Earth plant has got 70% water. Our body has got 70% water. You try to understand the importance of water then. So we'll be coming to the point of understanding the more energy perspective. Today, till yesterday, we tried to understand the physical perspective of water. We tried to understand the nourishment part, the physical nourishment part of the water, we try to understand till yesterday. Today, we are trying to understand the energy perspective, the spiritual perspective of the water. Okay, so which is very important to know ourselves and use every opportunity to drink the energized water in our life, to be healthy, to be more conscious, to be aware of the water what we are drinking, to understand that we need the wisdom behind this. So what is the life energy? We try to understand today life energy of the water. Friends, there is one person by name Victor Skauberger. Victor Skauberger. So he's an excellent man. He's a foreigner basically. He's from German. So what happened is, his entire family was living in forest. He's from the forest. The entire family was living in dense forest and all, with the nature, most of the time nature. What he tried to do is, in his whole lifetime, he lived about 1985 till 1956. He lived on the Earth planet. He's a wonderful man. He is the only man tried to understand, try to explore about the real nature of water. No one did any attempt till now. So-called the great scientists across the world, they never went near to his way of approach. Till now, the approach is just started now. They are trying to understand him. You know, one more thing we need to understand. In the earlier days, there was Nikola Tesla. He's a great scientist, as all of us knows. When he was really inventing about electricity, about lot of the physical sciences, nobody was recognizing him. Afterwards, what happened? Slowly, people are trying to understand about his theory, about his all research and findings. Similarly, what happened when this man, Victor Skauberger, was existing on this Earth planet? They could not understand him. What he tried all the time is, I will try to explain you. This is the new aspect, the new wisdom for all of us. You might have never heard this wisdom from anywhere. You cannot hear also, because the society, as such, the entire researchers and scientists, science has not evolved to this stage. So that's what we are trying to discuss today. But whatever the possibility we have, we try to implement in our own life to get the benefits of the real drinking water, my dear friends. So let's understand this. What happens is, he studied the nature of flow of water. What is the nature of flow of water? Try to understand. If you pour the water on the ground, what it does, will it flow in the straight direction, or it will flow in the kind of a curving nature? Always the water, if you pour down on the floor, it tries to go in the curves. It always takes the bends. It never flow in the straight direction, my dear friends. What happened is, what he observed is, the entire Earth planet, if you see, all the rivers which flow always in the curved manner, in its own format, it never go in the straight direction. That's what you need to understand. There's a very important point need to understand behind this, what I'm trying to say. At the same time, my dear friends, the rivers are something like, the rivers on this Earth planet is the blood of the earth. What we say is, the rivers, the water is the real blood of the earth. How blood is there inside our physical body, similarly, the water is nothing but blood for the earth. You can equate to that. Why it is so? All the vegetation, all the plants, all the animals, human beings, all take this water as a main essential component, the essential nutrient to go inside their body. Then only the entire, even the vegetation cannot survive without water. Animals cannot survive without water. Human beings cannot survive without water. That is why we call it as we equate to it's a blood for the earth, my dear friends. Now, what happened is, the human being, when he came to the existence, of course, you try to observe around the water flow, natural, for example, a river, the side of the river, the banks of the river, you will have huge amount of vegetation growing. Why it is so? There is one reason, that the water, the vegetation, the plants, even the animals, they try to reside in the banks of the rivers, near to the water body. They always try to reside, because water is the integral part of the health. Water is the integral part of the day-to-day living, my dear friends, for all the beings on this earth planet. Same time, when you observe, so when there is a flow of water, you try to understand there is a energy in the water. The point which we are trying to understand today is life energy, life force of the water. This view is not taken by any scientist till now. What they all try to understand, what is the water, what are the minerals available, how to purify the water, what are the various gadgets, various electronic appliances which are invented for cleaning the water, for supplying the pure drinking water. This is what the inventions, these discoveries, all the view of angle has been taken till now. Nobody has understood there is some life force, there is some life energy which is inside the water. I already mentioned in the many of the classes, the entire cosmos, entire universe is filled with the soul consciousness. The same way, you also try to understand the water is also nothing but consciousness. It's also a soul consciousness. All the entire planet Earth, galaxies, stars, different planets, and all human beings, all the vegetation, all the animal bodies, animal beings, all are filled with the consciousness, so-called soul consciousness. So when you try to observe, when you try to understand in this perspective about the water, you can get revealed with the mysteries of life. The mysteries of life. The water is holding the mysteries of life, my dear friends. That's what we try to understand today. He's a great man. We need to applaud this Mr. Victor Skorberger. Okay, he lived between 1855 to 1956, about 75 years. He died of the great disappointment, since the entire industry paternity has never noticed, has never taken his own research and findings about the life force and life energy of the water. He's died of great disappointment, my dear friends. So let's understand more about that. What exactly he's trying to say about it. See, when the water is flowing in the river, it has got its own life energy within it. It takes meandering path. Meandering path means it's a curving path. It goes in a the curving style. It always travels. It doesn't travel in the straight direction. That's the natural flow of water. Try to understand. When the human being came to the existence, and when the cities are growing, the urban population is increasing. So the humanity, what it tried to do is, it tried to interfere the water. It tried to interfere with the natural flow of water. Try to understand this point. Till that point of time, the rivers are flowing. The rivers are flowing in its own direction. The water is flowing in a fresh and natural way. And many of the vegetation takes place at the bank of the river. Many of the villages which are close by to the rivers, they use the direct drinking water from the rivers. There are no much of pollution that time. So all was happening well. And first of all, yesterday I mentioned to you, the pure mineral water is a spring water. You get out of spring, well, and mountains. That is what the real mineral water, my dear friends. What it has got highest amount of minerals. And also one thing which is very important is the life force, the life energy of that spring water, the well water or the mountain spring water is highest in the quantity. That has got all the life force, the highest amount of life energy is intact in the spring water. So let's come to the water which is flowing through rivers. And now the human being has interfered with the natural flow of water. In what means? Friends, to supply the water, what humanity, the human being, mankind has constructed is number of dams, number of reservoirs. You divert the entire river water and go and store inside a big reservoir. So when it got and stored in the reservoir, that itself has lost the entire life energy of the water. It is gone. It has gone out of water, my dear friends. Now it become a dead water. Dead in the sense, yesterday, the sense of dead, the deadness, what I used yesterday, the word, that is lack of minerals. That is, after the reverse osmosis, there's a physical perspective, my dear friends. Yesterday, I used the word the dead water is, with respect to the physical perspective, there are no minerals at all at the output of RO, reverse osmosis filter. So that is also a dead water, but with respect to physical perspective, lack of minerals, the dearth of minerals. Now, I'm using the same word, the dead water, with respect to what? With respect to the energy of water. Life force, life energy inside the water is nil. When the water is diverted and stored in the form of reservoir, the entire life force is taken away. Now the water becomes dead water. Why it is so? I told you the natural style of the water, the natural flow of water is meandering. That is, in the curving in matter, curving in nature, it keeps flowing, my dear friends, through the vegetation, through the the jungles and forest. It flows through all the means. It has retained its own naturality. That is called life energy, life force is existing inside that kind of a natural water. Now the water has brought to the one reservoir, one dam, and you have stored there. Now the energy of water is dead, the energy is gone out. Now, after that, what we do? We put a big amount of turbine pumps, in order to pump this water through the pipes to the cities or to the villages, to the any other place. You want to make the water to be portable. You want to carry you have to carry this water to one place to other place. Use the straight pipes. How we will carry the water? Through straight pipes. And you will use the high turbine pumps to pump this water into the straight pipes, my dear friends. Now what happened? The curving, the natural style of water is taken away. There also what happened? The complete energy of the life energy, life force of the water is taken away. Friends, you try to understand, this is very difficult to understand, this concept I'm telling you. It's a new concept, it's a new wisdom. Still exploration, science paternity has to explore this now. So of course our yogis and great rishis, they know about this. They know very much about this. They were trying to use this all the time, my dear friends. So try to understand. So this is what. So if all of our great science, great rishis and munis, they know about this life energy of the water. So they are very much aware of it. They were using it all the while. Even our Sanatana Dharma, our ancient tradition, always give us some kind of inputs, some kind of a tips for using this life energy in the water or restoration of this life energy into the water. Those techniques I will give you at the end of the chapter and at the end of this discussion. Okay, friends. Now, so when the water is flowing in the straight direction through the pipes, it travels kilometers, like hundreds of kilometers, thousands of kilometers. It travels right from one dam to the the water has to be carried in the straight pipes to the urban, to the city. What happened? It travels hundreds of kilometers. So it lost all its life energy in it. Try to understand this. Friends, the same way, what this man, Victor, tried to make the entire human community to understand is the life energy, the life force. All in his life, he tried this. Anyway, so what happens is you try to understand the other thing. In Chinese philosophy, there is something called Feng Shui. There's in the China, in Chinese technology, Chinese philosophy is Feng Shui. Many of you might be knowing this. All that Feng Shui works with the wind and water, the energies of wind and water. Such a great technology developed by Chinese. So many of the times we use Feng Shui as a Vastu correction and the kind of healthy living. We use this Feng Shui technology. Anyway, so now if you try to understand what he tried to say is, there is something called, the word which is invented by him is implosion. There is a opposite word is explosion, my dear friends. What is explosion? What happened is, by the time he invented this method called implosion, all the industry, all the scientific community has already started using explosion technique. What is the explosion technique? You try to understand any fossil fuels like diesel, petrol, and any other chemicals. We are trying to use, what you do, you first explode them. Let's take a car or a jeep or a truck or a lorry or whatever it may be. When you are exploding this particular chemical, this particular fossil fuel, when you are burning it, what happens? You are burning it, then it gets exploded. When it gets exploded, it generates energy. With that energy, the mechanical vehicle will start moving with that energy, explosion energy. All the entire thing, in the entire world, we are only working with this technology right now. What is the disadvantage of this? I try to explain you this. In scientifically, if you try to understand, friends, in the out of 100% of a fossil fuel, if you burn it, if you explode it, what happens is its fuel efficiency is only 30%. The entire 70% get wasted. That is the bad effect of it. Of course, the pollution, a lot of pollution taken place. It's all happening very rampantly, which is causing for global warming and all this stuff. So when you try to understand, the explosion takes place, the energy gets generated, with which the entire machinery, the mechanical things keep happening in that's what we observe day to day. So what happens there is the wastage of energy, the efficiency of the energy is really huge. That means the lot of waste is happening. That is not the correct way of generating energy, my dear friends. Try to understand this. So then what is nothing but what is something about implosion? We try to understand this. So by the time what happened, by the time this implosion is invented by this Victor and all these things, all the industrial community has established and did great investments across this explosion. Basing on the principle of explosion, the entire industry has built. Then no point in going back. So at that point of time, nobody encouraged this concept of implosion. What is the implosion? Try to understand this. So you observe one thing. Whenever the water is flowing in a natural way, the natural flow of water is happening. At some point of time, you find some vortex. You might have observed, many of you might have observed in the river, in the flow of water, whenever you observe, so kind of vortex happens. So we say, in Telugu, we say Sudi Gundam. Okay. So that particular vortex, what happens? So what is the meaning of vortex? Try to understand, my friends. What happens is when the water flows through the long distances, it loses its own life energy. What happens to us, for example, throughout the day we work, what we lose, our life energy, our life vital force will be always get dissipated from us. That is why we teach meditation, pranayama, all these things. Why we practice? The daily we are practicing meditation because of to improve your so-called prana energy, pranic energy, life force through cosmic energy. By receiving cosmic energy, all this is taken care for your physical body. Same way, my dear friends, when the water flows through the longer distances, it loses its own life energy, life force. Then how to regain that energy? It has got its own natural mechanism. That's called forming the vortex. When the forming the vortex happens, it will whirl with a great amount of speed. Then what happens? The whirling happens. The great amount of whirling, the great amount of vibration happens. Then what happens? Its own life energy, it gets increased and then starts going again. Okay. This is called implosion technique. See, you're also generating by vibration, by whirling inside, it's a centrifugal. So what I'm trying to say is centripetal force. So the centripetal force comes towards the center. The centrifugal force always try to go outwards. That's called explosion. This is called implosion, my dear friends. Through implosion, you can generate highest amount of energy, my dear friends. That was the technique which is invented by Victor. So, but what happened is the industrial fraternity has already gone to the different direction, the so-called explosion direction. So there's no way to come back even now. Okay, friends. So let's go into some more details of the water taking the implosion path. Then what happened? It gets energized. That is the reason what happened, my dear friends. Nowadays, if you observe outside, society, so the water what we are drinking, it has got the scarcity, depth of the particularly so-called life energy, life force in it. Okay. So now how to get back that? There is something called vortex generators are there. Vortex generators which are which is going to put vital force again into it. So that's what, that's a kind of techniques are available, but which are all costlier techniques. I will try to give you my own analysis and whichever I, analyzed and grasped from the various Sanatana textbooks, I try to give you smaller techniques, okay, how to improve this life force, life energy into this water, okay. So if you understand like this, what happens, you feel like, oh, what's this, the life energy is gone, life force is not there inside the water. So we feel like sometimes like disappointed or stressed about it, but doesn't matter. Try to understand. This is a great wisdom. Try to understand. And we also have smaller techniques. The little techniques are available to reinforce and to get back this life energy, life force in the water. Friends, what will happen is when there is no life force and life energy inside the water, you are drinking it. What happens when you drink? So when it goes inside the body, what is the purpose of water? First of all, I explained yesterday, in order to hydrate your cells, tissues, joints, muscles, organs. If you don't hydrate them, what happens? Whenever you don't hydrate, what will happen? The drainage forms. And without the proper hydrations, another thing is, if you have sufficient water inside your body, a clean and pure and energized water, if you don't have, what happens? The wastage cannot be removed from your organs. Whatever metabolic waste happens inside your body, the only thing which can remove from your body is the water. The same way at cell level, even at the cell level, there will be some kind of a metabolic waste keep coming outside. Because cell is also a kind of a miniature universe, miniature body, I can say. It's a miniature soul. The cell also acts as a complete entity, which is a miniature soul, miniature body. It also starts generating through its own metabolic reactions. It starts generating some kind of a wastage. When you have a hydration with the cell, it absorbs. At the same time, the absorption of all the nutrients through the blood. Blood also consists of, I told you, 93% water. So without the water being pure, alkaline, and without any chemicals, having life energy within the water, when it is supplied through the blood, what happens is, of course, your water carries oxygen, sufficient amount of oxygen which is required to your body through air, through water, both the ways oxygen is supplied to the blood. So this, particularly this oxygen, amount of oxygen which is conveyed through the blood, which goes to every cell, so which must have the pure and energized water with which your cell gets hydrated in the proper way, then all the absorption of your wastage from your cell, which will be taken out, which will be removed out of your body, then your body will be healthy all the time, my dear friends. I told yesterday also, you can live any amount of longer time. All the yogis and rishis who are living on this earth planet, even now, if you go to Himalayas, you can find many of the rishis and yogis, they are living for 500, 700, 600 years, my dear friends. All these rishis will come to the great spiritual celebration happens, that is called Kumbh Mela in near Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. This so Kumbh Mela happens. The great yogis, the great munis, they come from the different places, far places, they suddenly appear there. They not even walk, they suddenly appear there. So that is the kind of the spiritual power and energy which they have. They are living for very long life because of their own drinking of water, lifestyle, and the pure consciousness. All their cells are never aged. I told you yesterday also, the reversal of aging can happen with the pure drinking water, my dear friends. So anyway, so now you try to understand the importance of energy of the water. If you understand the importance of energy of the water, you definitely need the life energy, life force in the water what you are drinking. Anyway, now what happens is, if you try to understand how to regain this particular, the energy which is lost, by the way we treated the water, the energy, life energy is lost. Now to bring back that energy, friends, I try to give you our ancient techniques. What we used to do is, many a times, even the gurus and rishis, or in the temples you see, the tirtha, they give tirtha. What they give? Tirtha. So they put the water in the Garbhagudi. They try to chant lot of mantras. Then what they do? They send all the positive vibrations. They re-energize the water. Whatever the life energy, life force which is lost due to the treatment of water, what human being is doing persistently, consistently, then the same water can be re-energized through some our own ancient spiritual techniques. That is what in the Garbhagudi, the water will be again get re-energized through the continuous chanting of mantras, all the sound vibrations, the sound energy which go and again energize the water. The water, if you drink, what will happen is it will be again energized water we are taking inside the body. It will again provide the vital energy, life force to your body, my dear friends. That is what it is. That's a fear, that's a fact and truth, which scientific community cannot understand because they never explored it. Anyway, second method is even now when you are doing meditation, when you are observing the cosmic energy, before you start the meditation, keep one glass of water aside to you. Then after finishing your meditation, you drink that water, which is going to be a energized water, which is really energized with the life force. Again, the life force, the life energy comes into the water. Friends, how to identify? In fact, the scientific community, in the recent times, they try to really research about this life force and life energy to an extent. They started doing it now. They just slowly started doing it. The Kirlian, there's a Kirlian photography. The Kirlian cameras are there, very powerful cameras which really try to picturize or which captures till the photon levels, So that means not even the solid things. They go to the energy level. They try to capture the energy waves, my dear friends. That's the kind of the technology which is advanced today. Yes. So, but what happens is they try to picturize this water energy. That is, they try to understand the life force, life energy. When they try to picturize it, what happened? In the water, the kind of a water which comes out of this vortex, I told you the whirlings in a situation, when the water comes out of it and water before it, when they observed it, what happened is they find to an extent that the amazing fact that the biophotons, something called biophotons, the biophotons decides the vital force of the water. So these biophotons are huge in number after the vortex motion of the water. Before the vortex motion of the water, the biophotons are very less in number. So that means this is one of the scientific evidence which will give you the idea that biophotons here, the presence of biophotons are essential in the water, in the energized water, my dear friends. Anyway, now coming back to some of the other ancient techniques to energize this water. Okay, fine. Now I told you in the temples with the vibration, with the sound vibration, mantra vibrations, it gets energized. And at the same time, when you are doing meditation, keep aside some water. The cosmic energy you are receiving now, you became a center of the cosmic energy. You are receiving the huge amount of cosmic energy because your mind has gone into the empty state. So you start concentrating the cosmic energy into your body. Wherever there is an emptiness, wherever there is no other objective things in your mind itself. When there is no objective, there is no subjective thoughts which are running, then your mind becomes empty. It becomes like a space element is wider now. Your space element has increased. Your emptiness is increased. Your Akasha Tattva increased. Then the entry of the cosmic energy starts flowing inside. Friends, you try to understand. So from the sun energy comes all throughout the world. How do you really get awareness of the sun energy? Generally, you observe the lighting outside you and all the brightness around you. But when you want to really test the sun energy, what you do? You take lens. You put a paper. When you put the lens on the top of the paper, then the energy, sun energy comes and focused. The entire sun rays are brought into the one particular place, centered through the lens. It gets into the paper. The paper gets burned because you are just receiving all the sun rays and you are focusing onto a particular on one center. You are centering at one place. Then the energy, the density got increased. And then what happened? The paper gets burned because of highest concentration of the sun energy. So this is how you understand, right? The same way, similarly, when you want to focus the entire cosmic energy, you need the receptors. What are the receptors of cosmic energy? One is your dreamless sleep. Second is your empty state of mind through conscious meditation, your yoga sadhana. That is second. The third one is pyramid. Pyramid also, what it does is, it receives the cosmic energy, it centers it it concentrate at one particular place. That's where if you go inside the pyramid, if you sleep under it, if you do meditation, all will be enormous, and it's going to be a great experience for everybody, my dear friends. That's what the advantage of pyramid meditation I explained it earlier. Now, treating the water to regain the life force and life energy, I explained. One is through the mantra chanting. If you keep the water through the mantra chanting, through the sound vibrations, you can regain the energy. That's one method. Second method is while doing meditation, when you are receiving the cosmic energy, the energy spread around you. The energy spread around you. So that is where you find the energization of this water happens. Along with the cosmic energy received by you, this also get energized. So drink that water. After the meditation, when you woke up, drink that water, which will be a great help for you. The third method, use the pyramid. This is only the method I can suggest everybody to energize your water, to bring back the life energy, life force back to your water, whatever the way it lost, doesn't matter. To regain that, to bring it back, use the pyramid, my dear friends. That is where the prana shakti, life energy through the cosmic energy received by the pyramid. If you place a small pyramid, there are water pyramids are available. So there are small pyramids to keep on when you are drinking. Suppose let's say you are sitting in the office and walking. Your water bottle is surrounded, just kept aside you. Then what happens? A small pyramid keep on the water bottle. Keep it for 1 or 2 hours. Then start drinking the water. And in your house also, you have a vessel where you are storing the drinking water. Keep the pyramid on the top of it. So that is how the energization of water happens. Again, the life energy, life force comes back into the water, my dear friends. This is more highly essential thing what I'm trying to tell you. So we did analyze physical perspective. This is spiritual, conscious perspective, the life energy perspective, which we try to understand, friends. The same thing. So this is what the details about the energy perspective, my dear friends, about water, one must understand clearly, okay, and implement in your life. Okay, these are the few techniques, ancient techniques also I have given you now. Okay, see, most usable thing is pyramid. Pyramid is easiest to do, and we can't do, everybody cannot do mantra chanting. Everybody cannot go to the temple and get the water from it. Okay, and of course, spring water, well water, there's a great amount of river water, all these, they are not available for the urbanites. It's very difficult for them. So most easiest way, which I find myself and I'm doing it, that is using pyramid. So keeping the pyramid on the top of any water which you are drinking, of course, which will bring back the life energy into it. At the same time, I told you yesterday also, if you try to use the copper vessel, you store the entire your drinking water itself. If there are sufficient nutrients and minerals are available, store the water inside the copper vessel along with the pyramid. Placing on the top of that water, the water becomes really a structured water with all the minerals inside it, with all the life energy associated with it, which will do wonders for your physical, mental health, my dear friends. In fact, your soul consciousness, because you are drinking the energy, the water with the life force and life energy, which will help to improve your soul consciousness also, right, friends? Let's understand one more aspect of water. I would like to give that aspect. Then we will bring the session to the close. Okay, so that is about memory of water. Water has got a great memory, my dear friends. So we have time, we can continue. Otherwise, we'll go for a mudra therapy. So tomorrow also I can give that one more concept tomorrow, my dear friends. Okay, anyway, let's decide to give the, let's try to discuss the memory of water. I would like to discuss that in detail. Let me discuss tomorrow. I'll continue the water part 3 will continue. Okay, let's now go to the one thing called mudra therapy. So for friends, part of today's mudra therapy, we try to understand Varuna Mudra. I posted in the group yesterday. We tried to discuss Varuna Mudra. What is Varuna Mudra? Friends, again, Varuna is again Varuna Deva. Varuna Deva means what? Water god, right? God of water. So we always use this word most frequently, right? So Varuna means water element. Again, the water is, we are discussing, I think both are coinciding somehow today. So the Varuna is a water element. In your bodies, I told you 70% of water is there. Okay. So how important it is, everything I explained so far. Friends, whenever there is a kind of a imbalance of water element within you, I already told you again, because of water element scarcity, the dehydration happens. And many of the organs will not function properly if there is a dehydration. Because of dehydration, what happened? So the organs will not function properly. Lot of wastage will happen. They undergo sickness. You undergo some kind of a sickness in many of the parts or any of the part of the body. Friends, in order to bring the balance of your water element in your body, especially when the water element is scarcity or lacking of water element, we always feel like dry and heat, more heat and dryness. Dryness where eyes and skin and nose and inside the digestive tract, everywhere, every part of the body feels like dried up. So the dryness you notice when there is a lack of water element in your body. A sufficient water element is not available in your body, you feel dryness. Okay, so fine. So now to bring balance in the water element of your body, of course, drinking pure water, mineral water, energized water, I explained so far to you. Okay, but when there is no such a situation, such facilities are not available to you, again, our great ancient rishis and munis have given this one more mudra called Varuna Mudra. Friends, so try to understand the 5 elements. I already explained you all the 5 elements in 5 fingers of your hand, right? So the last is called little finger. Little finger is nothing but Jala Tattva, the water element here. And your other one is, this one is fire. Thumb indicates fire. Okay, now gently touch the tip of the little finger with the tip of the thumb. So try to observe it. This is the formation of mudra. I'm trying to explain the formation of mudra. When you are touching gently the fingertip of the little finger and the thumb finger, both tips are gently touched. This is called Varuna Mudra. So all other 3 fingers straight as much as straight and outward, my dear friends. This is essential. This Varna Mudra is also a sustaining mudra. You can practice anytime, whether you are having sickness in your body, whether you are feeling dryness or something happened because of dryness, something has gone bad. So because of that, that becomes a therapeutic. I told you therapeutic mudra along with this Varna Mudra. Followed by Varna Mudra, you must practice the Prana Mudra for 15 minutes. This Varna Mudra for 15 minutes, that becomes a therapeutic. Whenever you face any kind of a sickness or illness, a particular disease you are undergoing. For example, psoriasis. The people, so they undergo psoriasis, some kind of a skin disorder. Then what happened? Following this, doing this practice, this mudra must be practiced in both hands, my dear friends. Okay? Every time, whenever you are using this as a therapeutic mudra, try to do it for 15 minutes. And after that, followed by 15 minutes of Prana Mudra. I told you Prana Mudra. This is a Prana Mudra. Okay? Prana Mudra. This is a Prana Mudra. Okay? Hope you got it. Prana Mudra must be practiced 15 minutes followed by Varna Mudra in order to heal any kind of a disease because of the dryness, because of the water element shortage within your body. Friends, let's understand what are the various benefits of this Varna Mudra. We try to understand that. So, as a developmental or as a sustaining mudra, this mudra can be practiced anytime, 10 minutes, each time 10 minutes you can practice throughout your day. It keeps you hydrated. It keeps you hydrated. All the cells get hydration, proper hydration. The cell will be always healthy. How the cell will be healthy? Pure water, hydration, pure air, that means pure oxygen, then pure consciousness, that also an essential component. Friends, these 3 are essential, and pure nutrients through the whatever the solid food you take, right? So pure nutrients must be supplied. Then the cell will be healthy and you achieve the longevity of life. Okay, let's understand some more benefits, some of the benefits of this mudra that's called Varuna Mudra. So what are the various benefits, my dear friends? You can remove the dryness in eyes, You can remove the dryness of your digestive tract. Any dryness happens, feel like dry, please do this practice of mudra. Any dry cough you get, please use this mudra. Effectively, it works. And any kind of a dryness in the skin regarding there are cracks happen, psoriasis, cracks on your skin. If anything happens like that, please use this mudra. Okay. And any kind of a deficiency of hormones, any hormonal deficiency, it will correct. And also any kind of a urination problems. What happened? A scanty urination. That means urination doesn't go properly. You get some kind of a dryness or burning sensations. All this, any kind of a loss of taste in tongue, and especially the taste disorders, tongue disorders, this also works wonders, my dear friends. And then pimples, itching, and skin diseases, it works wonders. And any kind of impurities in your blood will be removed by practicing this particular Varuna Mudra. And especially, friends, please keep youthfulness in your body. The youthfulness in your body will be ensured by practicing this Varuna Mudra because of the proper hydration to your all the cells. Cells will be healthy living, have a healthy living. Then your youthfulness is always intact. And also, if at all anything gone bad, it will restore. Also, I told you the water, the hydration, the pure water, drinking pure water, and the proper hydration of all the cells you can become ageless. Your age can be reversed, my dear friends. That's why it restores the youthfulness. At the same time, my dear friends, if somebody go unconscious, if the kind of accident happens, the kind of any overcrowdness, the overcrowd, right? Somebody goes unconscious suddenly, or if somebody goes unconscious because of sunstroke, for example, or the accidents, anything. So in these situations, what happens is you must rub the tip of the thumb and tip of the ring finger, like kind of little finger. You must rub very fast, like rubbing, the speed rubbing and rubbing quite enough of time, good amount of time. Keep rubbing like this, rubbing the tip, both the tips. And what happens after some time, they get conscious. So that is the power of this mudra, my dear friends. This is called Varuna Mudra. Okay, friends, I think the Varuna Mudra we tried to complete now. We completed. Let's go to the questions and answers and your experience of today's session. Yes, you can start. Ashok Babu sir. Yes. Vasava Shankara. Yes, sir. Tell me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Today, the Mohan sir, very detailedly were explained about the Bhagavadgita importance and how we have to understand the Bhagavadgita, the real and true factor. He was explained and he was in detail explained.
Yes.
We were having a lot of misconceptions in our mind, but it was very clearly explained, sir, how what is truth we understood, sir. It was very good, sir. Very good. Actually, I have a lot of confusions regarding the Bhagavad Gita. But that was clearly explained. It was very good, sir. Thank you, sir. Nice, sir.
Sure.
Through you, we are knowing the true factors, and we were coming into the narrow track. Thank you so much of your organization and you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, ma'am.
Sir, I have an ardent request because since I joined your class and your explanations are so, I mean, it can be understood by anybody and everybody. So
Yes.
that's why it is my ardent request, sir. If in future, coming future, you can keep sessions on Gita, even like the previous to me, the gentleman said, even I have so much questions about Gita. I think everybody has, nobody can fully understand in their lifetime. It will take several lives to understand Gita fully. So
Yeah.
if you can arrange for a Gita in layman's terms, like people, not everybody is an enlightened soul to understand the essence of Gita, but people like us, in everyday language, simple way, if you can organize class in future on Gita in simple terms, it will be very helpful, sir. Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. Yes. So, yes. Kavita? Kavita can express.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for the sessions. I joined a little late today, but yeah, the water and the mudra sessions were good. And actually, I have a question on the same stuff. Like
Yeah.
for us, the place that I live, we don't get the corporation water or the Kaveri water. So we are having, the TDS is slightly high because of the borewell. So we are having this RO water. So can we do the sun charging and have a copper vessel within that to remineralize? What would you
Yes.
use?
What happened is, so remineralization will not happen so easily, ma. Remineralization happens again. The water has to be sent through some kind of a minerals, which I explained yesterday. I think you were part of the yesterday session. There is something
Yeah.
called a natural filter. Okay, so if you want to get the minerals through the water, see the best way to supply the minerals to the body is water, air. Okay, the easiest way I'm telling you. But otherwise, you can supply the same minerals. I explained to you today. The drinking water must have the 6 elements in it, right? So all the elements to supply to the body through the physical food, solid food also you can supply, but it comes with a cost. What is the cost you need to spend? That is your digestion power. Your own inner energy has to be utilized in order to digest, then generate all these minerals, and then it goes to the physical blood. It gets in the blood, and then it gets absorbed by all the cells. Okay, that's a big process, and also it comes with a cost. That's what I told you. But water and air can supply these elements directly into the blood. That's what the greatness of having these elements supplied through the water and air. As much as possible we should try. Okay, and in future days I'm going to explain about Agnihotra. Through the air, through the gases, you also can supply the greater amount of nutrients through your air itself, through your breathing itself. That's called Agnihotra. I'm going to give that concept. I'm going to explain in future in one of the class I may cover.
Okay, thank you, sir. So
in
cases,
for you, the answer is use some natural filter, which I can post it today. You can contact them directly. Okay.
okay.
So there is something called natural filter. Okay, which is very much designed for meeting these kind of requirements by understanding the modern world and urban population, what they are really suffering. So he is a natural farmer. He's a BTech graduate, but still he became a natural farmer, having 70 acres of natural farmhouse where he does natural farming, and he tried to invent this kind of methods of the natural purification and natural supply of minerals through the water. So that's what he did. So a small filter which is portable, kept in the house, you can keep in the house and start using it. See, this is one of the method which you can utilize it. Okay.
Okay, this directly to the tap water we can fill.
Yeah, no, you can take a vessel of water, the vessel,
Okay.
you fill the tank or fill a vessel, then pour that water into this tank. This is
Okay.
looks like a one tank, like any water can is there, no? It looks like a
Okay.
water can. It's designed in the steel fabric. With that steel metal
Okay.
is designed. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I'll post in the group. So whoever is interested, please contact them directly.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi. Yes. Dilip ji.
Very good session today, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what is the secret of your energy?
So secret of my energy is holistic lifestyle and meditation. These two.
Acha. Very
And
good.
I never go to any
Such a good
doctor.
stamina.
Yes, yes. I never go to any doctor. My mental energy is robust and strong because I never go to any doctor. I lead my holistic life right from the food what I eat. I'm very conscious and I know what food to be eaten, what to eat, when to eat. At the same time, I undergo a lot of fasting. Many times I do fasting. Okay. And I try to do all this holistic life. I'll be explaining one by one in the classes. If you really pursue my
Okay,
wisdom,
sir.
pursue the wisdom, my wisdom, and so-called holistic wisdom, you can also implement in your life. You can become so energetic all the time working. You can become highly energetic soul, highly energetic being also. You can do everything. It's everything possible. Okay. And meditation. Doing meditation is also very important. And reading right books, doing satsang. All these are essential things to keep your high amount of energies always with you.
Sir, how many times meditation is required in a day?
Any number of times. Any number of times, whenever you are free, just close your eyes, shut down your mind and shut down your mouth, close your eyes, shut down your eyes, sit in the meditation. Any number of times is always better. More number of times, more better. Yes. So the water
Okay, sir.
today,
Thank you.
today water concept, energy concept. I'm telling you, my dear friends, review this video again and again. It's difficult to understand, difficult to remember in one day. What happens is now you listen here, then you go back to your normal routine. You'll forget about the actual concept, the great wisdom of water, that is life force and life energy. You'll forget many times, I know, but review this video again and again to understand it. And tomorrow we'll come up with the more great concept of water memory. Anyway.
Acha. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, thank you. Puspa.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, yes.
Today class is very nice, and I understood about the essence of Bhagavadgita and
Yes.
water therapy.
Sure, sure. Great. And Srinivas Madappa. Can express Srinivas Madappa. Yes. Sumangala Avare.
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
Namaste, namaste.
ಸರ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸರ್.
Yes.
ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಟು ಸರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಸರ್ ಈ ಮುದ್ರಾ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು ಸರ್ ಇವತ್ತು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಯು ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವೆರಿ ಸೂನ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ವೈಟ್ ಹೇರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಇನ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ಹಾ ಸರ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಮುದ್ರಾ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ತಾವು. ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈಗ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್.
ನಾನು ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಮುದ್ರಾ ತೋರಿಸಿದಲ್ಲ, ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಮುದ್ರಾ.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಸೇಮ್ ಮುದ್ರಾನೇ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಇದು ಪೃಥ್ವಿ.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
This one.
Okay sir.
Yes. So that is a ring finger and thumb finger. Touch each other.
Okay sir. Okay sir.
The three fingers straight outward.
Okay sir.
But you want to bring it. You want to bring the. You want to avoid the hair loss and premature graying of the hair to avoid. So you must practice this mudra for 15 minutes.
Okay sir.
Every time you practice for 15 minutes, followed by the prana mudra. Minimum 15 minutes you must practice.
Okay sir.
Then it will give the results for you.
Thank you sir. Thanks a lot sir.
Yes. Yes, Varsha. Right. Okay, friends. So we'll be ending the session today. So thank you very much once again joining the session, giving this opportunity for Mahavatar Foundation. Namaste. Namaste to all. We'll meet tomorrow with the wonderful concept, the wonderful wisdom, and the meditation practice and the holistic lifestyle. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much sir.